Welcome, MetaMinders. It's time for the weekly wrap-up, a summary of the articles posted this week on Metaphysiology.com. In the spirit of starting over with Metaphysiology's second overhaul, Meditation Monday questioned the nature of beginnings. The concept of beginnings stems from a need to separate the new from the old, or then from now. A line drawn in the sand or marked on a calendar represents an arbitrary point. There's an element of cause and effect implied by beginnings, allowing for the measurement of progress. Meditating on these thoughts might cause the line to blur, resulting in an understanding that there are no absolute beginnings, or conversely, that beginnings are everywhere, and that they can be useful or harmful designations of time. It is important to let go of beginnings that never were, and to take advantage of the moment when you are ready to start anew. Every moment is informed by the past and is preparing all of us for the next one. So it's okay if you're not ready yet. The moment you are ready is the best beginning. Tutelage Tuesday featured Byron Katie and the method she calls the work. In short, her process claims thoughts are the cause of suffering. To do the work, she instructs that you find a source of suffering in your life, isolating it to one moment. By questioning the thoughts, her method guides you through a paradigm shift. The goal is to understand the true source of your suffering using the process of analyzing different perspectives of your chosen moment of suffering. That might sound confusing, but the method is actually pretty easy to explain. She lays out 6 questions about the moment itself, followed by 4 questions to analyze those 6 answers with. For greater perspective, she suggests coming up with turnarounds for each answer as well. You can learn more about the work from Byron Katie's YouTube videos, books, or her website. For additional examples using my experiences, check out my Patreon page. Links can be found below. Wednesday, November 28th, introduced fiction therapy. This week's helpful story is NBC's The Good Place, also available on Netflix. 2 characters in particular drew my attention, each with their own specific set of bad habits, or sins, as this show suggests. The first and most obvious is selfishness. This sin is easy to see from the outside. When we're the selfish ones, however, it feels too justified to be wrong. The real bad habit is the practice of defending oneself, which can be cruel from an outside perspective. Taking care of yourself can cross the line when it is at the cost of others. The second is the anxiety of indecision. While it seems to only affect the anxious person, the effect can spread to others and affect them as well. Considering your options out of fear, concern, or care for others can seem like a good thing. Taking too long, dwelling on a relatively unimportant choice, or staying on the fence can be extremely inconsiderate. This kind of thoughtfulness becomes self-centered, neglecting the effects it has on others. Sometimes seeing things from a distance allows us to safely examine unchecked habits of our own. Lastly, Theology Thursday mused about the concept of heaven and hell, the basic belief of karmic judgment, or right and wrong, determining a final and eternal resting place. We get one chance to prove where we belong forever and suffer torture or are blessed with indulgence for the rest of time. There are some doubts about this theory, though. For one, it defies the concept of spiritual evolution. There's also the logistics of energy consumption in creating 2 complementary worlds to hold every generation of souls ever created. Finally, this idea is contrary to the ever-changing nature of the universe. Of course, because beliefs cannot be proven or disproven, no one can know which is true or false. If you'd like to weigh in on the topic, check the links below for Theology Thursday's article and join the discussion. That's all for this week's wrap-up. Hope to see you again on Monday, December 3rd, 2018 for the start of a new week. Remember to check the links below for articles and resources mentioned in this video. Until next time, stay meta.